Hey. Um, well, I said I would be here at about 3 o'clock today to go over some comments for some different type of things. So, this is not good. Now I have messages coming in. Let me see if I can't turn that down because they're not going to stop. There we go. Okay. I have to record these on my phone. And so anyway, this is the bedroom that I've been working on so far. I don't know how well you can, I'm trying to adjust that so you can make sure you see it. So there is that nice, lovely plug right there. And the nightstands, the bedding, the lamps, the chairs, the chair, plural, I mean singular, the mirror, and the dresser as well. So I'm only going to talk about some of the comments dealing with that furniture today. I'm so sorry. I'm really terrible at addressing like comments any other way, and just I was just trying to figure out something that would work because I get a little, I guess, internet anxiety sometimes. So I just tend to stay away. Anyway, so okay. I wanted to, let's talk about the bed first. This is the actual bed that I worked on, and just knocking things down. So that's everything. There are slats along the bottom, and you can put the bedding on it, but we'll get to the bedding in a minute. So I wanted to thank Andre, Kate, Emily, Pascal, Minnie's MPA, Sheila Wilson, Monique McClang, for all of their kind words. And I also wanted to especially thank Everything Femo, Square to Spare, and Only in My Dream. All three of those ladies have channels of their own. So please, I'll put the links below because they comment on like everything that I make. So I'll put the links for their channels as well in there, because I'd really love if you guys check them out if you're not already subscribed or watching them. Okay, so we had a question from Angie G, who wanted to know if my miniatures were, what scale they were in. And yes, they're in actually 1/12 scale. So 1 inch equals 1 inch, and 1 inch is 12 inches in miniature. So that's a common, very common dollhouse scale. I don't really do 1/6 or 1/44, but I do occasionally do 1/44. And I might go into some 1/6 a little bit later, but not right now, no. Okay, so then we also had Lord's Pina. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher some names, and I'm trying not to, but you know. Yeah, I'm actually not a Rococo fan, but I did see a hot pink reupholstered chair once that was like the gold Rococo style, and I kind of loved it. And if it weren't for the fact that it was like, $3,000, I would have bought it. But other than that, that's not really a type of thing I like so much. I'm really prefer modern style. And normally what I do is I look up furniture online. She wanted to know how I go about getting the ideas on, or the dimensions on what I'm trying to make. So normally what I do is I look up various styles online. And hey, thank you, Edwina. I appreciate it. And once I find something that I like, what I basically do is I try to adjust it downward or upward for whatever I want to make. So, for example, you guys are getting I'll go on ahead and give it away because you're going to get it tomorrow. You're getting a canopy bed tomorrow, and it was a super, super quick type of craft. So, but that one, it had like the specs that I looked up said it was between 74 to 81 inches tall. And when I measured that out in miniature, it was like, okay, here's my bed now. And that came up to about here. And I was like, that is not a true canopy bed if it's only here. I had a canopy bed, and that's not going to work. So I had to adjust it upwards to about there. 88 inches, which actually does fit with the specs that some canopy beds offer, but not for that one. Let's see. And, Final Craft Gaming. I had to look up Shima and Planet Dolan because I had no idea who those people were or that stuff was. And, you're right. Actually, it's kind of uncanny. I do sound quite a bit like her. Um, so that being said, she actually has a better voice than I do. If that, even though we do sound alike, she sounds much better. So I'll have to eventually reach out to her and just tell her, hey, well, I'm your voice twin. If you ever saw, okay, never mind. I'm not going to go into that. So on the chair, I wanted to thank Dorothy Hubbard, Mary Stewart, Nefertiti Jones, Princess Gummy Bear, Veronique Castro, and Sheila Wilson again for your kind words. Square to Spare also left some kind words. And again, she's another channel on YouTube, so please go visit. I'll leave her comments in the link. I mean, her link in the comments. Ryan, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. You're going to watch this anyway. So, as I mentioned before, hopefully you did like the sofa framing that I did better the other day. I tried to take your advice by watching some actual furniture makers on YouTube to see what might work. And so I made a frame kind of like what they were making. So maybe I'd love to know your opinions. Okay. So please let me know. And let's see, Tina from Midmod Miniatures. I also mentioned you, and I took your suggestions as well on the sofa. So hopefully if you're watching this or if you watch this later, that you will actually like that one as well. Okay, the nightstands, which I knocked off one of the lamps already. I'm just going to pull that to the side. I just wanted to thank Kate Emily Pascal, Ingrid Watkins, Caitlin Cunningham, Bridget Humphreys, Conan Adeguaya, and for Conan. The faux granite has polymer clay, resin, paint, and glitter in it. Okay. And Marie Wilson, thank you for addressing that comment way before I could. So thank you. Whoa, that was a lot that came in all at the same time. Thank you. Oh, I see that. Yes, I know who you are now. Hey, that we have Kraken Makes Ruckus on here too. So it's like the comments go away too fast. I can't really, yeah. Please go visit. I'll put her link in here as well too, because we're gonna do a collab soon, I'm sure. Right. So anyway, thank you very much for that. And yes, so we're going to move on to the nightstand next, or the dresser next. So I was going to thank, thank you. And hey, Scrappy Owls. And so we're going to go and look at the dresser. I was going to thank Bridget Humphreys. Here we go. Janelle Redmond, Maggie M., Dorothy Hubbard, and of course, Mary Stewart. Square to Spare again left some kind words. And so, again, just anyone who's a YouTuber, if they leave comments, I'll start calling them out from now on, because we support each other. At least we try to. So, Question Everything, you changed your name. You're Angela. Oh my gosh, I was wondering where you went. So this Angela was my very first commenter ever on YouTube. So I adore her. And anyway, so yes, I thank you very much. And if you start your own channel, I will be your first collaboration. I promise. I really will. So let's see. Real Prince Club. If you hate a video, Real Prince Club, you can feel free to thumbs down it. It doesn't really, it's not like a personal, people thumbs down videos all the time. It happens. It really does. So even if you think you did everything on point this time and you listen to everyone's suggestions, someone's going to always just be like, thumbs down, I don't like it. And that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. Yeah. And that doesn't affect anything. So we're completely okay with that. Little Miss Kitten 83 Love. I will leave that information in the description box. I tend not to do it because I always mean to go back and do it later, and then I never get around to it. So I'll work on that. She wanted to know what the music was that I was using. And then the one time or the 2 or 3 times that I actually put the music in correctly, that's when I got copyright infringement stuff from YouTube, because they're like, oh, this word wasn't spelled correctly. Okay. So anyway, let's see. And then on the bedding itself, thank you to, which I took off the bed now. Thank you to Kate Emily Pascal, SPPP, And then Baby Gigi, Dorothy Hubbard, and then Only in My Dreams. Thank you again. She's another YouTube channel. Let's see, Jackie Rose. I work in 1/12 scale, as I said earlier, so that's almost the exclusive scale I work in. And Bobby Penton, I'll try to work on my voice. I tend to be a little quiet unless I'm yelling, and then I'm super loud, but I'm constantly trying to work on my volume. And Zelda Doll, let me see. I actually don't play with my bedding very much, like at all, or the Dollhouse furniture is a lot. I'm kind of old. And so I kind of just style it and let it go from there. But I tell you what, I am going to let you hear it, okay? That squeak is the bed. So that's how that sounds with the foil on the inside. Really quickly, I'll show you the other rooms I'd already done. Or, as you know, I'm making, now I'm sliding things all over. So as you know, I'm making like full room setups. Or I've said before, if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, whatever else. So that is the bedroom so far. Little books, little drawers open, but I'm not going to do that right now because I have to hold it in place. We'll talk about some plants later. That's still got some Christmas decorations on the inside, but that was a fireplace done a while back. We have sofa that was done just the other day. And then over here, we have the miniature, what will be the miniature nursery pretty soon, but I'm adding like some additional furniture in there as well. Hey, Oliver, or it's Oliver. How are you? I think that is it. If anyone had any questions, I'm here and I'll answer them, but I'll just sit here for just a quick second. And then after that, we'll sign off. You know what? This is top lighting photobulb. That's a 120 by 40, 120 watt, 120 volt by 45 watt. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. It's let me see. This is, oh, there it is. Photo Studio Pro. I hope that helps. And I have two of these, but when I film, I actually have a third one as well. Someone else asked that question in an email, so I guess I need to answer that, Mr. It's Oliver. It's Oliver. It is, yeah, it's actually kind of cool. This is my brother's. I stole it from him, and he's going to let me have it. So I stole all three of them. Yeah. My lighting at home is not this good. Yeah. So, Mr. Oliver, it's Oliver. Normally what I'm doing is when I'm looking, I love interior design. I was actually an architecture student way back in the day. I studied architecture in college. Yeah, I know. So when I studied architecture, I realized I kind of wasn't interested in architecture. So I started doing interior design looking stuff. And yeah, so I just have this fascination with homes and houses, and I order a lot of like online catalogs. So when I'm looking through catalogs, if there's something I like, then I'm like, ooh, I'm going to make that. And that's what I do. So, or of course I alter it somewhat, but pretty much every idea that you see is come from some sort of magazine catalog, shopping site, something like that. And in fact, I actually found a freestanding bathroom the other day that I think I'm going to make for you guys. And that is from Pottery Barn. So anyway, it'll be a bathroom counter. So, let me see. And then I had, Scrappy Owls. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a little confusing. Yes, yesterday. Um, Thank you. I'd love to see a picture of that. Actually, I wanted to do, I'm still going to do a greenhouse sometime in the next year. So I would love to see a picture of your conservatory if you don't mind. I'd love that. So please put that up at some point or send me a picture on Instagram and I'll put that in the description box too. So let's see. I'll stand here for a little bit longer. I had a 15-minute allotment and we're getting close to it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Scrappy Owls. It's really bad watching your face bob around like this. I hope you guys don't see any grays in my hair. That's what I'm doing looking right now. Do, 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 do. Okay, well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get any more comments for right now, so I guess I will go back to, oh, one more. Yes, I am making separate rooms, Karen. I am actually the plan is it will be like a whole house eventually, but not anytime soon. I do have a Beacon Hill here somewhere that I got back in. I won't tell you how long ago, but a very nice man at Bits and Pieces of Ghent gave me Beacon Hill for like $100. So he's a dollhouse owner, shop owner in Norfolk, Virginia. So if anyone is living in that area and you want to stop by Bits and Pieces of Ghent, Ghent, then please do so because he gave me a really good deal. It was several years ago, but still. Anyway, let's see. I will be building a dollhouse eventually, but for right now, just the rooms. And oh, that's sad. I'm sorry, a scrappy house. Um, yeah, that's really sad. You'll probably have to mail order it, and yeah. Mm. Yeah, she said she doesn't have a Beacon Hill in the UK. So Karen, yeah, I'm gonna do a whole room, and basically what my plan is when I finish all the components of a room is what I'll do is probably just build a room online, and not to the point of like actually building a shelf for it, but more like just I guess painting something, putting in the, furniture, accessories, decorations. That is a gray. That kind of thing in there. So I'll be doing that in the near future. And so for right now, I'm just kind of putting together the furniture components, and then I'm gonna go through and do like the accessory components. And by then, I should be finished and ready to, move on to the next set of projects, which will probably be a different style. I'm thinking industrial next. This is all for next year, though. So, for right now, that's what we have. Anything else? Ooh. Um, okay, a long, long, long time. So I'm really self-conscious about my age, and I won't give that away. But I'm old. So not old because it's age is relative, but I'm older than probably your average dollhouse person on YouTube. Yeah, I know. So years and years and years ago, my mother put me on punishment once for not doing something I was supposed to do. And so she punished me, and she wouldn't allow me to read, which is what I did in my spare time. She wouldn't allow me to talk on the phone, listen to music, watch television, anything for 2 weeks. So I was like hardcore grounded. And I was 12. And so my mother has passed away, so this is making me tear up a little bit. So she put me on punishment for that. And during that time period, the only thing I had in the house was like some little wooden scraps from a bridge building contest I did at Georgia Tech, if you've ever been in one of those bridge building contests. So I did one of those in middle school. So I entered this bridge building contest. I had a bunch of balsa wood hanging around. And then I was like, ooh, I'm going to make some dollhouse furniture because I'd always had this little bit of an obsession with like the Barbie stuff. So I started making dollhouse furniture with that. And I still have those pieces. From well over 2 decades ago, getting close to it. Yeah. Anyway, so I still have all those pieces, and they were kind of what got me into it. And then I was like a big 4-H'er too, so I would start. I was doing these things for like our 4-H competitions, our DPAs, and things like that. So I just kept building the furniture, and then eventually I turned into doing miniatures. And then a few years ago, I built a miniature for a company called Pure Romance. The president, the founder rather, had a birthday. So this was Pure Romance does adult products. So I did a full scale model of like all the adult products they carry and gave that to her as a gift. And then from there, I did several of the little commission pieces for workplaces and some things like that. Because, once people see that you do this kind of thing, they're kind of like, I got to think of some reason I can use this. So, next thing you know, I ended up having these things that I was building for people, even if it was just like replicating something teeny tiny and then encasing it in resin. Like I've said before, I'm really a resin jewelry artist. So I would make something tiny and put that in a piece of resin for them, and then that would be something that they can use for a paperweight or around their neck or whatever else. So kind of like the Sugar Charm Shop rings that she makes now, the rings that her and Akamiru do, the little rings with the oceanscapes and the butterflies and things like that. I was doing stuff like that for people a while back. So anyway, and people liked it, and so next thing you know, I just kind of ended up doing this on YouTube. I should have started earlier, but I didn't. Okay, we are at 20 minutes now. Is that it? Is that all? So unless anyone has any questions, we'll log off. Okay, I think that's it. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.